Hello, everyone. We warmly welcome you all to our special program brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I am your host, Vatika Singh. Indian Achievers Award is an honor that celebrates the people who went extraordinary to effectuate their aspirations and ideas. In this series, we emphasize not only on the struggles and achievements of the people, but also on the social contributions they made to their native land, India. Before introducing you all to our one such achiever, let's take a look at the small lady.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Mr. P. Subakaran's experience includes concept selling, recruitment, selection, training, teaching, research, sales strategy, distribution sales, and etc. Mr. Subakaran's educational qualifications include a BE in Mechanical Engineering from Algappa Chettiar College of Engineering and Technology. His total experience is close to 17 years. This includes 3 years of research experience in the Indian telecom industry. He is a recipient of the Global Visionary Iconic Award by Vision World Academy. He was a member of International Telecommunications Society for 1 year with effect from 17 July 2013. Currently, he is working as managing director of his company Subakaran Associates, which is a partnership company with Tata AIA Life Insurance based in Hyderabad. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
All right, sir. So before starting the question and answer segment, I'd like to begin with that. What were your childhood days like?
I completed my primary education till fourth standard at my hometown Arantangi in Pudukkottai district, Tamil Nadu. I left my parents at the age of 9 and went to a boarding school in Kodaikanal. This was a major turning point in my life. I began to excel in studies, communicate in English effectively, and I also did extremely well in co-curricular activities. This made me to take care of myself and manage things on my own at a young age. Thereafter, I never got the chance with my parents till now.
Right, sir. So moving ahead, tell me a little more about your education and how did you choose your degree and specialization?
I completed my BE in Mechanical Engineering from Alappa Chettiar College of Engineering and Technology, Karaikudi, Tamil Nadu in 1998. This college is about 35 kilometers from my hometown. At that point of time in Tamil Nadu, individuals would predominantly look at two career options. One is to become an engineer, and the other is to become a doctor. I made my mind during 9 to 10 standard that I will not become a doctor, primarily because of the complexity of drawings that I have to do in botany and zoology subjects. So I was focused on doing my engineering, and I opted for mathematics, physics, chemistry, along with computer science in my higher secondary education. I initially wanted to pursue electrical and electronics engineering, but before getting into that branch, I attended few days class of mechanical engineering. I felt comfortable because it was easy to visualize things, what the faculty was teaching. At the same time, I was wondering in electrical and electronics engineering, I would not be able to visualize electricity. This made me to choose mechanical engineering as my specialization. During my BE, I was the only student to be campus placed out of 63 students in mechanical engineering. I was selected by Sundram Fasteners Limited, a TVS group company based at Chennai. At that time, I had no idea of doing a PGDM or an MBA. At Sundram Fasteners Limited, I was directly put in marketing. Obviously, the company might have felt that I will do well in marketing and management. It was this experience which exposed me to people of different types. across different functions. Communicating with them and handling people was the biggest challenge of my job. This made me convinced that I should pursue a management degree. I cleared common admission tests, CAT, group discussion, and interview on my first attempt and got into IIM Lucknow. At IIM Lucknow, I began to appreciate the qualitative side of business and management more than the quantitative side. This is the reason which made me to choose marketing, strategy, and human resource as my specialization areas.
It's really great, sir. So, moving ahead, I'm really keen to know that what are your interests in life and what do you value the most in your life?
I am a sales and HR professional, so I am interested in selling, both direct selling and indirect selling, and HR activities. Currently, during the last 1 year, I have realized the importance and power of digital marketing. So, I'm currently pursuing an advanced digital marketing certification program from Indian Institute of Digital Education, IIDE, Mumbai. My interests in life are fairly simple. I want to do well in my work, become successful in my career, earn money, and keep my parents and family happy. Anything that I achieve apart from this, I would consider as a bonus. What do I truly value in my life? This is an interesting question. I have worked across 16 organizations in different locations, and I have seen lots of different people. What I truly value in my life are leadership and professionalism. So far, I have found it very rare to see this in other people.
So, sir, what are your likes and dislikes that you would like to share with us today?
I like being physically and mentally fit and healthy, having diet food, leading a simple and purposeful life. I like individuals who are passionate in whatever they do and being patient for results. And I also like sports. I'm not active as a sports person, but I like watching sports and reading sports news. I dislike two main things in life. One is wasting time and the other is wasting money. The reason I say this is that time is a precious commodity. Once you lose it, you will never get it back. One needs to utilize the time available to him or her wisely. The second is with respect to money. We all work to earn money and lead a better lifestyle than before and give good education to our children. Money is hard earned and should be used wisely. I'm not asking a person to be a miser, but what I'm saying is one should not splurge money.
Right, sir. So, since we know that you have varied experience in industry, academics, and research, so what would you like to reflect upon them?
It is true that I have varied experience across industry, academics, and research, and I have excelled in each one of them. So, a question of what do I think about each one of them is a big topic to discuss. Primarily, these three areas are different in terms of its focus. Key result areas, KRAs, or key performance indicators, KPIs, the audience or the customers, and the skill sets required. Each area has its own challenges, and I would like to highlight some of them. Industry, first challenge is how to get business. Second, how to increase business. Third, how to reduce cost. Fourth, how to recruit the best talent available and retain them. As far as academics is concerned, the first challenge would be how to create and enhance the branding of an institution. The second challenge would be how to increase student enrollments. The third challenge, how to recruit the best faculty and retain them. The fourth, how to create an atmosphere that is extremely convenient for the teaching learning process. For research, the first challenge would be how to attract the best minds or the bright minds to enter into research field. The second challenge would be how to create an appropriate and effective research culture that can match the best. Third challenge would be, can we offer customized research programs based on an individual's qualifications, experience, and research potential? This will be a big area of work going forward. And the fourth challenge would be how to make the research work more industry relevant. So each of the area has got its own challenges, and I've highlighted some of them.
Right. So I would like to ask you that what is your opinion on organizations in India and as well as academic system in India?
Many people in organizations in India perform what I call as toilet management. All of us go to the toilet in the morning every single day. It's a mundane activity we all do without thinking much about it. This is precisely what happens to a majority of individuals working in organizations. They do the same tasks or activities or the same job every day, and organizations appreciates them, pays them salary, and protects them. At the same time, I find good and highly talented people punished because they have high aspirations and higher level of thinking in them. That is why a significant number of these individuals go either abroad, which is a brain drain for India, or start their own companies and become entrepreneurs. The HR in Indian organizations does nothing about this phenomenon. The people in management just want to keep their jobs and are least bothered about this. This is a sad aspect that I've experienced in Indian organizations. Today, you have a handful of Indians who are head of global organizations, but they are all based abroad. They are not based in India. It is time that Indian organizations think how to blend good and highly talented people with high aspiration levels, along with mediocres but necessary people, to transform itself into high performing organizations that can compete at the global level. With respect to academic system in India, we still live under a bad academic system, and many people are happy with it. I have been involved in academics and research in the area of management for more than a decade. The management institutions focus on producing stereotypes. The students are encouraged to attend classes, reproduce research, what the faculty has taught them or in textbooks without even questioning them. The focus is on attaining higher grades without the emphasis on learning, reflection, and personal transformation. It is an unwelcome trend. Many miss out on important aspects such as experiencing life, and understanding people. At the end, they will not become leaders. I am quoting one of my personal examples. It was a strategic management session at IM Lucknow in 2001, and about 60 students, including me, were attending it. The faculty on that day discussed about leadership models. So, as usual, he drew a leadership model on the board and explained about it. I was not convinced about the model as I had come across a more comprehensive leadership model based on the life of Mahatma Gandhi a few days ago in one of the research journals. So naturally, I questioned the faculty. I then went to the board and drew the leadership model based on the life of Mahatma Gandhi. The entire class clapped and applauded me. I shared this incident with a person a few weeks ago, some 21 years after it had happened. That person gave me two replies. The first reply was, the faculty would have felt there is a great guy in the class. And the second reply was, the faculty would have felt insulted. I said to him, that is where the attitude lies. This is precisely the problem with the Indian education system. The faculty assumes he or she knows everything in his or her area, and the students are just expected to listen to them and not ask them any questions or have a healthy argument with them. When I went to the board on that day to draw the leadership model, I had 0% intention of insulting the faculty. I only wanted to add value in the class. I still wonder when India will change.
Right, sir. So moving ahead, what is your opinion on management research in India?
We have a pathetic state of research in management in India. I had attended a total of 23 interviews from 2014 to 2020 across different areas in IIMs for admission into PhD, FPM, and DPM programs. Based on my experience and upon reflection, likes and dislikes play an important role in selection. If faculty likes you, you are selected. Your qualifications, experience, research work, and research potential become secondary. I wonder when there will be professionalism preceding likes and dislikes. According to me, doing research in universities in India is a waste of time, effort, and money. You are not in control of your research. Your research progress is in the control of your guide. Who wants this situation? Yet many individuals, out of no option, fall in this trap. It is time that the entire research system in India is revamped and more control and freedom is provided to the research scholar. It is only in this way that research work can flourish in universities.
Right, sir. So tell us a bit more about your organization and its product and services.
Yeah, thank you. My company is Subakaran Associates. It's a partnership company with Tata AAA Life Insurance based in Hyderabad. Tata AAA Life Insurance is one of the leading private life insurance companies in India. So I am into life insurance industry and this is a service sector. We sell life insurance policies of Tata AAA Life Insurance, and this falls under different categories such as saving solutions, protection solutions, retirement solutions, combo solutions, and other solutions. We also recruit financial advisors who start with a sales role as a newly licensed advisor. And then, after doing some business volume, they progress into life planners. At this stage, he or she can decide to continue in the sales role or take up a HR role.
Right, sir. So I'm really keen to know that what inspired you to pursue this particular field as your business.
Before getting into life insurance and starting my company, I was working in real estate industry as assistant general manager sales. So it was a physical asset investment sector. I realized how tough it is to get customers for the company's projects. I also learned an important lesson that when it comes to money or investment, people show their true colors. You may have many relatives, friends with whom you have long relationships, and other persons with whom you might have worked. They would all be friendly to you. But when you talk about the subject of investment, they turn their backs to you. The advent of coronavirus globally and in India made people's attitude towards life insurance and health insurance to partially change for the better. They became slightly more positive minded towards these investment services. Life insurance and health insurance are not mandatory in India. It is still a push service, and companies in this industry rely heavily on agents and business partners. So it was a fairly smooth transition from real estate sector to life insurance sector as both are investment sectors and both involves concept selling and recruitment. In terms of timing, I felt it's an appropriate time to enter into life insurance sector.
Right, sir. So moving ahead, we know for a fact that starting anything has never been easy for any one of us. So what all were the challenges that you had to go through initially when you started this business?
As you know, all banks in India are governed and regulated by the Reserve Bank of India, RBI. Similarly, all insurance companies in India are monitored and regulated by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, IRDAI. As per the norms in India, one should get or have a license before selling an insurance policy to customers. So the first challenge was to get this license. I took the certificate exam of insurance agents in life insurance conducted by Insurance Institute of India on 16 July 2021. I secured 76% of marks and I cleared the exam. I received the go ahead immediately. The second challenge was to understand the life insurance industry in India and the offerings of Tata AA Life Insurance. So I attended the online morning session of Tata AA Life Insurance for a period of 5 months to gain this understanding. Based on this understanding, I have written a blog on the topic Why Should Everyone Purchase a Life Insurance Policy? I have published this blog first on my website www.subakaran.com, and then this blog is also published on Indian Achievers Forum's website.
Right. So, since we all have certain plans for our future, so what are your future plans with respect to the company?
My future plan is broadly divided into two aspects. First one is to go digital. As I mentioned earlier, I have realized the importance and power of digital marketing for both sales and recruitment. Second one is to diversify my risk. I do not want to completely rely on my company as life insurance business in India is cyclical in nature. I want to take up a full-time job, earn more money, and at the same time run my company.
Right, sir. So, what are your thoughts on leadership?
I would consider my journey right from 2002 after post graduating from IIM Lucknow till now in 2022 to be an amazing and painful journey of leadership. It is important to understand what differentiates a leader from a manager. There are numerous textbooks and material available on leadership, but many of the things that they emphasize, managers can also perform them. Based on my experience, the single most distinguishing attribute that separates a leader from a manager is the ability to take personal risk. All leaders take personal risk in their lives, while managers do not, and managers' focus is always to minimize the risk. If you are consistently taking personal risks, reflect upon them, you can pat yourself on your back because you are a leader. As far as I understand, many individuals do not take the leadership part or do not even want to try it because they want to belong to a large group of stereotypes. This herd mentality is prevalent in India. Individuals fear the unknown of the leadership journey and they are hesitant to take the road less traveled.
Right, sir. So, you must be knowing about the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign prevailing in India right now. So, what are your views on this campaign and how is your organization working towards it?
As I understand, Atmanirbhar Bharat, which translates to self-reliant India, is a phrase the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and his government use and popularized in relation to the country's economic development plans. Becoming self-reliant as a country in today's world is a big dream. Because of globalization and digitalization, a single country becomes connected with a number of countries across the world. This interconnectedness will not cease, it will only grow. What I'm interested in is individuals becoming self reliant at work. We can learn creative aspects of management from how ants manage themselves. Ants go about their work quite efficiently without anyone to monitor and guide them. It is all self regulation. If ants can do this, why not we intellectual humans in organizations? Why there is need for managers who merely supervise and control employees? If employees are self-regulated, there is no need for managers. Self-regulation requires a lot of discipline and is influenced by the society and culture that we come from.
Right, sir. So, this year we celebrated 75 years of our independence, which is famously known as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So, what would you like to say on this, as in how far we have come, and what is your vision pertaining to this?
India is one of the most diverse countries in the world. This diversity is seen in geography, climate, development, religion, language, culture, etc. On top of it, it's a democracy. So it is quite difficult to make progress as a nation as a whole. There are three sectors that have made tremendous progress since the 1990s in India. They are the information technology, telecom, and internet. These developments, combined with India's large English-speaking population, gives it an enormous advantage in the world today. I want to highlight on the sector-wise GDP of India. The services sector is the largest sector of India. Gross value added GVA at current prices for the services sector is estimated at 96.54 lakh crore rupees in 2020-21. The services sector accounts for 53.89% of total India's GVA of 179.15 lakh crores. GVA of 46.44 lakh crores, the industry sector contributes 25.92%, while agriculture and allied sector share is 20.19%. As of today, in 2022, India is the fifth largest economy in the world, behind United States, China, Japan, and Germany in terms of GDP. The calculation is based on nominal GDP, also called GDP at current prices or in value. As Indians, we all should be proud of this achievement. My point of view is that we should always try to be a balanced economy whereby 50% of GDP is contributed by the service sector and the remaining 50% of GDP is contributed by industry sector and agriculture sector equally. This is to mitigate against risks in the world of globalization and digitalization today. I would also like to highlight the GDP per capita by country in 2022. Luxembourg is the number one country with a GDP per capita of $118,001 in 2022. India comes at 128th rank with a GDP per capita of $6,461. We have a population that has crossed 140 crores in 2022. It is imperative that India increases GDP per capita above the world average. For this, we can take a country as an example to model our development. For instance, I can quote the example of Singapore, which is the number two ranking country with a GDP per capita of $97,057. Its population in 2022 is about 59.76 lakhs. Singapore is an Asian country with limited geography and natural resources, yet it is able to create this high standard of living for its citizens.
Right, sir. So, first of all, congratulations on winning the Indian Achievers Award. I really want to know that what was the feeling when you came to know that you have won the award, and who all have been your constant supporters in this journey?
It is a great feeling on winning the Indian Achievers Award. I thank Harish Chandra, President, Indian Achievers Forum, and the advisory committee members honoring me with the Indian Achievers Award 2022. I will cherish this award for the rest of my life. I'm extremely happy that my contribution in work and to the society has been recognized after 20 years of hard work, determination, commitment, and dedication. Thank you, one and all.
So, now since we know a lot about your professional role, tell us something about your social contributions as well, sir.
I entered into academics area in the year 2006. I have worked in standalone management institutions, engineering institutions where MBA is a department, and in private university across Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Telangana. I have been in academics till 2018. I have taught first year and second year MBA students core courses and elective courses in marketing and human resource, together with case analysis. I've guided MBA students in minor project work, major project work, and case study. I have also taken up the additional responsibility of placement officer in some of the institutions. As a placement officer, I have taken a number of initiatives to bridge the academia industry gap. I have organized faculty development program FDP, attended several faculty development programs, attended conferences, workshop and seminars, presented in international conference, participated in confidence building program with MBA students, and visited Singapore and Malaysia with MBA students for 2 weeks as part of education and exposure trip. I entered into research area in the year 2011. Until now, I'm contributing to research in management area. So far, I have published two research papers. Title of my first research paper is Challenges in a Commodity Offering, Indian Telecom Services, GSM. My first research paper was published in Indian Journal of Marketing, Volume 42, Number 12, December 2012 issue. My second research paper titled Applicability of Butterfly Effect in Consumers' Choice and Continuity of Telecom Service Provider in India is published in an international journal, namely Scientific Research Journal of Economics and Business Management, Volume 2, Issue 3, May June 2022 issue. I have presented my second research paper in its development stages in three conferences, namely National Conference at National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu in 2013, 6th Africa, Asia, Australasia Regional Telecom Conference at Curtin Business School, Perth, Australia in 2013, and the 6th IAMA International Marketing Conference at IIM Ahmedabad in 2015. I consider my work and contribution in academics and research areas as my social contribution so far.
Right. So, what is the message that you would like to give to the younger generation to become successful entrepreneurs in their lives?
Today's new generation is the Generation Z, who are born during late 1990s to early 2010s. They were born with internet and therefore they have been shaped by a drastically different world, resulting in key differences in attitudes, tendencies, and outlook. I would like to discuss their three main characteristics. One, diversity is their norm. They are less faced than previous generations by differences in race, sexual orientation, or religion. Second, they are our first uh, digital natives. Generation Z was born into a world of peak technological innovation where information was immediately accessible and social media increasingly ubiquitous. These technological advancements have had both positive and negative effects on Generation Z. On the plus side, an abundance of information is at their fingertips, allowing Generation Z to broaden their knowledge and be proactive in their learning. On the other hand, too much screen time can compound feelings of isolation and lead to undeveloped social skills. Third characteristic, they are pragmatic and financially minded. They value the stability that comes with conservative spending, stable jobs, and smart investments. So, this generation is very different from how I have grown up in life, and they are most likely not to experience the same kind of life that I have experienced so far. I have one important message to Generation Z as a whole. According to me, the greatest skill in today's world is the ability to influence and control the people around you. This requires a lot of experience, understanding of people, and social skills. I urge this new generation to experience life, understand people, and develop social skills. To be successful as a leader, you need to understand two important things. One, people are complex, and two, people are different. No one will teach you this, but you will have to take the initiatives to understand and appreciate this. It will be a fairly difficult journey. For those of you who want to become a successful entrepreneur someday, I have a couple of messages. One, it is important to understand that creativity and the ability to see the big picture will play a more important role than analytical skills in the future. This is because artificial intelligence is taking over a number of analytical jobs. To develop creativity, you need to constantly think differently. Fine, and this is not sufficient. You need to develop the courage to speak out your ideas and pursue them. My second message is be willing to take risks. I say this because no book or reading material in this world can teach you how to start a successful business venture without experimenting, without failing in initial attempts, etc. Your own personal experience matters a lot, and you gain experience only by constantly trying out different things. Third message is dream big, but at the same time be practical. It is important to dream big. This is because only if you dream big, you will achieve part of your dream at the end. At the same time, it is important to be practical. Know what your strengths are, and at the same time, know your limitations. My fourth message is be patient for results. You need to understand that results do not come quickly. It takes a lot of time. You need to be patient. This is because customers take time to go through the marketing funnel from being aware of your company to finally ending up purchasing your product or service. At the same time, if you do not get the desired results after being patient, you need to rethink, possibly find out the reasons, and change your strategy.
Well said, sir. And before concluding this session, I'd like you to answer that what is your vision about India's future?
As I said earlier, we are a diverse and democratic country, and therefore the progress will happen only slowly. I believe what democracy cannot achieve in 75 years, benevolent dictatorship can achieve in 12 months' time. For instance, corruption, lack of justice, lethargy in the system are some of the are prevalent across the country and continues to exist. I would like to quote two of my personal examples. I was duped of 1,02,750 rupees in an online fraud. I gave a complaint to the Hyderabad Cybercrime Police Station, and an FIR was registered on 22nd April 2021. It is now almost 17 months, but nothing has happened in the case. The police have not arrested the accused and brought him to justice, nor I have received my money back. My second example, a Bharat Benz vehicle hit my stationary car, which was parked outside my house on one morning by 6 a.m. in October 2021. My car was damaged. Taking into account the damages, I asked 14,000 rupees from the owner of the Bharat Benz vehicle. He accepted to give only 4,000. So I decided to complain to the police station of my area. The FIR was filed in October 2021. It has 11 months now, but still I have not received a summon from the court. I have to protect the witnesses till the court hears my case. In both the above two examples, I have not got justice so far, and I do not know when I will get justice. There will be a lot of individuals like me in India. This is the culture and the system that we live in. My vision for India's future is precisely for this culture and system to get changed. And I firmly believe that democracy cannot change it. But one man can change this all if he or she is given ultimate power. If this happens, corruption would not exist. Justice will be rendered immediately and system would be super efficient. That is why my answer to India's problems is benevolent dictatorship and not democracy. This I see in movies. Movies always have a happy ending or justice or truth winning at the end. We all welcome it. I only wonder why I cannot see in real life.
And on that note, I'd like to conclude this session. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us today. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope that you continue to inspire people of all ages forever. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for your time, and it was pleasure talking to you. Thank you to Indian Achievers Forum for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you.